Well, good evening, everyone. I thought it was probably time for me to update all of you on the status of things regarding our services and regarding the end of the AWANA year. As likely all of you know by now, the governor has extended the stay-at-home order until the end of April. And this past week, our deacon board met, and we came to the conclusion that we would continue our our church online services for at least these next 2 weeks through the end of April. We also had to come to some difficult decisions regarding AWANA. As you realize, AWANA has been disrupted by all of this. We would be finishing up our AWANA year right now, and at the deacon meeting last week, we made the difficult decision that we would have to cancel the rest of the AWANA Club year. And I want to just take a minute to thank all the kids that came this year and that worked so very hard at learning verses. I want to thank all the parents that brought them and participated through the year. And I especially want to say thank you to our AWANA ministry team. You guys have done a phenomenal job all year long, and I am just really honored to serve beside each one of you. But ending the AWANA year like we are, it's awkward, and it kind of leaves some things up in the air, some questions. And I'm going to be sending out a letter to our AWANA parents saying the same thing that I have be saying on this video. But I wanted to just share it with everybody this way. Instead of a closing ceremony this year, we've decided that we're going to move that to the fall. We'll have hopefully a great big opening ceremony. And in the process of that, give it awards from this past year, recognize the kids' accomplishment in the 2019-2020 AWANA Club year, and then launch together into a new club year this next year, just really strong. There will still be a camp scholarship for this summer, made available as long as the camps are able to, as long as the Springs and Lake Ann are able to have camp this summer. The camp scholarship program is still going to be there, and we want to show an awful lot of grace. We want kids to go to camp. And so the rules are, though, pretty much the same. For the attendance factor, clubber needed to come 75% of the available AWANA year. Obviously, we don't count these weeks that we didn't have AWANA against anybody, and so 75% of the available AWANA year, and then to have finished a book during this past year. Now, I know with my kids, with the TNTers, many of them have finished books, but there are a small number of clubbers that were just so close to finishing their books this year. And for those children, we've decided to show again grace and to allow parents to work with their children at home and sign those sections to be able to finish their kids' books. Now, it's important as you do that to remember a few things, parents, and I just, give you sort of the direction of the way that we do that in AWANA here on Sunday nights, is that children are to memorize the verse that's a part of that section, and that means that they are able to say it back to you without looking at all at the book. You are allowed to help them 3 times in a section, but if they don't have it memorized and you know that, just encourage them, study it some more. Let's work on it some more, and then come back and say it again. If you need guidance or you have questions or you wonder, about where your child is with their book and that kind of thing, please reach out to us. Please contact the church office during the week, and we want to help with that. And we're even open to any type of distance connecting to help with books if that will be profitable for anybody. Just reach out to us, whether it's a Skype call or some other thing. Be glad to do that. We also just want to stress that the deadline for letting us know, for reporting back that your child finished their AWANA book is going to be June the 1st. And that gives you plenty of time. Like I said, there's just a few kids that were very close to finishing. But don't put that off. Make sure that you work with your children and kids, you get your books done by June 1st, and then you let us know, because on June the 2nd is when we're going to be sending out packets, sending out instructions to everybody that earned a camp scholarship this year about how to cash that in and what are the next steps to take in order to go for a week of camp at the Springs camp or possibly Lake Ann this summer. It is just so disappointing to have to end AWANA clubs this way, but I am really thankful for the opportunity we had this past year to spend with each of the children that were here. This whole COVID-19 thing is a challenge. It has been stretching for all of us, but I'm convinced God is bringing good things through it. He has a way of doing that. I shared in one of the devotionals that I sent out this past week that God specializes in bringing the greatest good from the worst possible moments. And if the cross of Calvary shows us anything, it shows us that. And I'm convinced that even in this time, even in this experience that we're having together, God's doing that. And so I encourage you, look for God's fingerprints. Just keep aware of the reality that God is at work in what we're going through. I am very thankful for your continued support. So many of you have been watching church online and connecting that way and sending encouraging notes to me and to Pastor Curtis. You have been reaching out to other people and being the church and serving and helping those in your neighborhoods and those in your community. And you have been very generous at faithfully giving. And I just want to thank you for each of that, each of those things. It has been just an extraordinary month, right? But we'll get through this together. And we just need to keep trusting God and keep focusing forward and keep praying for each other. You can be sure I'm doing that for you. So I look forward to seeing you. But I just want to give you that update of where we are. Take care and God bless.